Hey, welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading from a haunted house and a creepy graveyard from a haunted chick like me with really, really cute dogs. I have no idea where that commercial's coming from. What?
And that means any deduction, any credit, free, with a max refund guaranteed. And state $14.99 no matter what. No matter how complicated your taxes are, we provide step-by-step guidance with incredibly accurate and secure software that people seem...
Well, that was strange. Any hoodle noodles. Welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading from a haunted house and a creepy graveyard from a haunted chick like me with really, really, really cute dogs. Tonight it is Taco Tarot Tuesday. You can get a $5 taco box. It's only 3 questions. If you want to get the taco box with the extra sauce, it's $6, 3 questions, plus you get a channeled message from a loved one, past, present, or future. And I need to find my main deck. Just give me one moment. Miss Love, how are you? It's so good to see you. I got your message that you sent me about the live music, but I was not at the phone when you sent that. I don't know where I was. I didn't say I have 2. I only want 1. Well, I want 2, but I'm buying myself a boot for my car because I went to pick Molly up at the airport maybe a year or so ago when she came to visit for my Halloween birthday, and unfortunately I was going 70 miles an hour down the highway and the boot cracked and it spilled grease all over the inside of the car. Well, not the inside of the car, but like the inside of the engine, the tire, the axle. So I'm slowly repairing Old Blue from the inside out. Of course, the most important thing to me with the car is that its mechanics are good. Oh no, this is a haunted house. Welcome to my haunted house, the only haunted house on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading from a haunted house and a creepy graveyard. But this is not a tarot channel. This is a musician's channel. This is just what I do for fun. Yeah, we talk about all kinds of things in here, from cars to sex to rock and roll. But welcome. Thanks for coming by. It's nice to meet you. Oh, hold on a second. That's my biological clock going off. Any hoodle. Liz, it's so good to see you. Anyways, I'm shopping for the boot that goes on the axle to protect the car wheelbarrows so that they don't rust out. But of course the mechanics are the most important thing. Once I have the whole mechanics taken care of, I mean the engine's at like 2,096 miles, so it might last another 100,000 since I'm really good to it. So I'm probably just going to keep working on the mechanics. I think I have to get a purge valve, which is what keeps the fumes from going inside the vehicle when you start it up. So I need to take care of that. I think I also need to get some struts for it, as well as I'm putting some fog lights on it. Probably I'll get blue. Something happened, but you're back. Okay, I'm glad you're back, sweetheart. I was just telling you that I was doing some shopping for my car today, trying to find some parts I need for it. Because, you know, it's old, it's vintage, so they don't make parts for it anymore. What are my thoughts on airplanes? Hey, Captain Coconut. Welcome back to the Chammy. That's a very interesting question. I like that question. When I think of airplanes, I think they're really cool. And I like to fly on them. Though I prefer a chariot. A chariot that's on the ground. You couldn't get in the box to type? Oh, okay. Well, that's strange. Let YouTube know. Make a report on it and let them know that you were having that issue so they can look into it. And I think the way that you would make a report on it is if you go and search Google, and there should be some place that lets you know where you can, or even in your own account, like if you go into settings, there might be a place where you can email YouTube about glitches like that. They had me do a survey yesterday, like about, you know, testing the mobile features, and asked me questions about like how I felt about the mobile features regarding doing lives, and then and I made sure to give them a long list of some of the glitches that we have all experienced over the last couple of years doing this 2-3 times a day together. Some of them are like, people will say something in the chat and they cannot, like they don't see it, nobody else sees it, yet they didn't say a word that was against, you know, YouTube's good word list, I guess. Or people won't show up in the chat despite not being hidden, or some of the other weird things like what you were just explaining. Will your dog get justice? Of course, all dogs get justice. Our dog get justice. I'm not really sure what you mean, sweetheart, but remember, American heroes, you are the beautiful creator of your reality. And you can help others, even dogs and animals, create that reality for themselves as well. Through, you know, being good to yourself with your thoughts and in your thoughts for others as well. Oh, you're welcome, sweetheart. Keep me updated. Yeah, YouTube is very much about guidelines. I believe that you're very correct about that. I just ate an apple. It's pretty good. That was so cute. Someone came in here and said, "Is this a ritual?" Sure, yeah. Nothing has a meaning until you give it a meaning, so. It's a conversation ritual. Liz, I'm so impressed that it snowed in Florida this year. Especially at your place. That's so awesome. It was so cool to see the Garden of Eden under snow. Okay, I got my boot for my Coupe de Ville in the Amazon checkout box. Thank God Amazon has the boot, because I really didn't want to have to wait 3.5 weeks for it to come from Italy. And thank God they started making them in black instead of red, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to put red boots on my car. I mean, not that it's gonna matter. Nobody's gonna see red boots, but God, I'm gonna press checkout now. Yeah, you did get some great pics. smartphone. Not really smart. Smart TV is not very smart. My God, I bought a brand new smart TV, right? Nothing worked. It has given me the most shit any TV has ever given me in all my life. And nothing works. So, like, all those apps that it comes with, it doesn't work. I mean, from the day I got it, it's like, this is all out of date and you can't update it. Have a nice day. I'm like, I got cheated. No wonder the TV was on sale. Cheers, Bell44. How are you, sweetheart? Happy Taco Tuesday. You know, we got a Roku, and then all the channels were $5. And then by the time I was thinking of all the channels I would like to get that we could watch, that maybe my dad would like, it was incredibly expensive, and I was like, what am I doing here? Let me just stop here. So I'm really trying to figure out, like, what the next step is to take, because cable TV, like, is so out of date, and it's so incredibly expensive. Unfortunately, I don't watch TV. I never really have, but I do like to put my TV on and sometimes look for something to watch. So I kind of felt like, okay, what's the point of buying all these channels when, you know, we don't really watch TV, but yet cable TV, just basic cable TV, is ridiculously expensive. It's like, for basic cable TV and full, like, and high speed internet, like the best you can get, like, it's like almost $300. Ugh, God, it's incredibly ridiculous. And they're giving all these, like, great deals for people who sign up for the first time. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, I've been a customer for 10 years. They never give me any deals. What's up with that? I like the old movie channels. Most of the news I get, though, is from YouTube. Greek news, or I like to watch Inside Russia as well. Yeah, almost 80 for internet. Wow. Incredibly insane. Yay, now I'm gonna have a new boot for my car. It's almost like a quest to find car parts for my car. It's difficult to, like, find things that are about sizes and centimeters, and it's ridiculous. So I'll have to go to like 10 different websites to get the answer about how big an axle is. Ridiculous. No. There's usually always a moderator in the chat. Even if you can't see him. I mean, not that I remember. Yeah, Rock Auto Parts. I'll start at Rock Auto Parts, but even Rock Auto Parts can be very... Well, it's good, don't get me wrong, but still it can be very... it can be a little bit misleading sometimes. Like the most minuscule parts. There was one part I was looking for, drove myself crazy looking for it. I can't even remember what it is at this point. I put it out on my head. Yeah, very true. Sometimes I can go to the GM website and find some interesting things that I need to find out about the car. But once again, it's very limited. Yeah, mostly, we'll see, I'm probably going to have to go, I'm going to have to probably keep searching eBay for a door hinge, and these pull-apart places, because I need a door hinge. I'm probably going to need 2 door hinges. So that's been a bit difficult, because you might find a hinge, right? But it's not for the right side of the car that I need it for, or it's not the right year, or it is the right side of the car, which is the driver's side, and it's for a sedan instead of a coupe, and I can't get it clarified if I can use one of the hinges from the same year and model, but from a sedan, because I don't have the 4-door. I've got the coupe, the 2-door. It's a 89 Coupe de Ville. So it's a relative. That was probably me. That I just hit the back of the thing. Yeah, it's an 89 Coupe de Ville, so it's not a typical car. Okay, Liz, have fun. We'll be here chatting. You can listen in while you clean, babe. So once I fix the mechanics of it, I'll start working on the interior and the exterior. I've got to fix the paneling. I got to fix some of the lighting on the outside, and then I'm looking for some new. I'm not sure if I'm going to get new seats, because here's the thing, it's really difficult to find the seat color I want, because the version of my Coupe de Ville is rare. They made a lot of them in silver, champagne, and cranberry, and those were the high numbers that sold. Mine's a completely different color. So a lot of those cranberry ones, they got cranberry seats. You can find the cranberry seats everywhere. The silver ones, they came with gray seats. I can't put that in my coupe de ville. This one has the seats I want, but obviously, this even has the same interior. But obviously, it must have originally been the color of my vehicle. I mean, I could probably reupholster the seats, but at that point, I would just rather get seat covers. But if I could find seats that might have been in better condition in the color I'd like, I would definitely get them. Yeah, but it's like, it's once again, it's difficult to find the seat covers in the color that I want. And I don't know, we'll see. Right now, I'm just more worried about like the mechanics, the drivetrain, the wheels, the tires, making sure that the mechanics of it is safe to drive and it's gonna last for years to come. Yeah, I always do. It's also pretty rare to find that car in a junkyard. If you do, they're trashed. There's not much to pull. I did find the hinges that I needed, but I would have had to spend money to go to Nashville, pull the part myself, and I just couldn't do it myself. It would have cost me like $1,200 at the end of the day. But I'm glad they had the boot I want at the Amazon shop, because motor vehicle shop, because my brother gave me a gift card for Christmas, and I've been looking for that boot for a long time to see if I could see one on eBay for sale, see if I could, and I just never thought to look on Amazon until today. I know it sounds silly, like, what girl wants a split boot for her car more than anything? I could have bought the cheap plastic one, but I'm just glad I don't have to get someone from Italy to send it to me. Because you used to only be able to, like, you could only pay in euros. You could only buy from Europe at their website. When I found these boots a few years ago. And they didn't have them on eBay, they didn't have them on Amazon, now they do, so. They're called Hippo Red. And they're split boots, so if it comes to the point, hey babe. So if it comes to the point, they have 80 millimeter and 90 millimeters. So what you do with the split boot is it helps you save your original axles for your wheels, because it's their wheel axles, so they turn the vehicle. So say the phone is the car, and it's like a little axle that's attached to the axle that spins your wheels in it, so you can turn the wheel left, right. And there's these little things that are like buckets and or cones, and they have grease inside of them, and they help you turn your tires and your wheels. so that your wheels don't rust out because of rain, weather, snow, things like that. Hey Ari, how are you, sweetheart? So some people will just go and spend the $500 and get the axles replaced. Some people will just go get a split boot, but after looking at all the cheap split boots that were recommended even by Rock Auto Parts and looking at the reviews all these years, I was like, I don't want to take a chance on some trash. I'll just figure out how to get that one from Italy here, but yay, it's gonna be it's gonna be here on Friday for Valentine's Day. Oh, I guess my car's gonna be my Valentine. No, it's not a wheel bearing going out. It's definitely just a cracked boot. I mean, the boot's one of the original. So if you think about how old the car is, I mean, the car is literally older than Taylor Swift. No, I took it to our mechanic at the Cadillac shop. He definitely confirmed there's nothing wrong with the wheel bearing. But there will be something wrong with the wheel bearing if I don't get it fixed, so. Yeah, you're right. Cars aren't made like they used to be made. Yeah, I can't believe I'm still here either. We'll have to say one thing about Georgia. They've got great health care. And weather. They have some messed up ideologies, but like, I don't know if it's like this anywhere else in the South, but minimum wage is still $5.25. And they ain't talking about raising it. She's having fun with the bearing of the rear end of her Explorer. It's good to hear you're doing well, Ari. Welcome back to the channel. No, minimum wage is $5.25 in Georgia. But it's one of those states where people can choose what they're going to start you off with any job. Like, just because you go get a job at McDonald's and the national wage is like, say, $15 an hour, everybody gets paid $15 an hour at McDonald's, doesn't mean that people in Georgia have to. Doesn't mean that business owners in Georgia have to pay you that $15 an hour just because you go get a job at McDonald's. But yeah, minimum wage in Georgia starts at $5.25. And it's a right to fire and hire state. It's a right to pay you whatever they want starting at $5.25. Oh, I'm sorry. Georgia's minimum wage is $5.15 an hour. Though the federal labor standards, but it's defaults to the Federal Labor Standard Act since it's higher at $7.25. So, but legally they can start you off at $5.15. Welcome to the South, I guess. I was just, I don't know what to think. What is it in Texas? Let's find out. None of my exes live in Texas. Somebody needs to rewrite that song. Texas minimum wage rate $7.25 an hour. So Georgia's minimum is $5.15, but federal prefers you to start someone at $7.25, but legally you can start them at whatever you want, starting at $5.15. Alaska's $11.91, Arkansas $11, Arizona $14.70. It's not showing Alabama. Somebody hijacked it from the website, I guess. California seems to be the highest paying minimum wage so far. I'm seeing on the list. Oh, Tennessee's has also been hijacked. South Carolina's has also been hijacked. So Elon Muskrat says that we can cut the national deficit in half. How? I just don't know how. Isn't that like $20 trillion or something like that? I have come to learn one thing though. If it is in the last year, I've learned that I feel like a lot of people have said in the chat, even though a lot of people have said people are not kind like they used to be to each other, or they don't treat each other like humans. But one thing that has evolved, I mean, I don't know, I think it's very easy to fall into that limiting belief and circumstance, but one thing I will believe is that people have always been inherently cruel. It's just that now it's more public. So it's, now people are actually seeing the cruelness, you know, and can either, you know, keep their head down or take a stand for it, whereas many years ago, so I think people have always really have been, hold on a second, let me turn it off, sorry about that. Ooh, that's bright. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. The world has gone mad. And we're just all sitting here watching it. Yeah, we do need to be kind to each other. So, Musk partnered with United to replace Wi-Fi on your planes. It's amazing how our government has been dismantled in just a few weeks. How many more weeks do we have to go? It's a fucking charade. Dear Lordy. Okay, what's 52 times 4? Wait, hold on. We're through January, so... So we have 202 weeks to go of this. There's 322 days left in the year, 156 weeks in the next 3 years. We've got, so that makes 46 weeks left in this year. Gonna be aftercare. Starlight. Yeah, I don't know what to think. So what's the weather going to be like there when you go to North Carolina? Have you checked it out yet? I just haven't looked. I thought I would just ask because I'm sure you have. Have a good night, Jose Ortega. Nice to meet you. I'm going to put the spirit box on in the REM pod in a minute. There's any good spirits that want to come and hang out with us tonight? Yeah, girl, Molly's here. If you're there, Duke. So that was the name of the spirit that has a crush on you, Molly. And I know that because it reminded me. And then I went back to one of the lives from the past, and it's Duke, and he's some kind of general. And I feel his connection with you is the horse thing. Because remember, one of the first things he said to you is, you want to ride? And I think that we had laughed because we thought it was being, like, overtly sexual. But it was, but it was also, like, flirting with you. And isn't it, like, the caretaker of the little girl buried under the house who I think is the mimic? I gotta write this stuff down. Duke's gonna get real jealous when I'm on these lunch dinner dates. Well, maybe we can find out where Duke is from. I wonder if, I've never asked Duke if it's also a mimic. But the mimic hasn't come back to give me any night terrors. I did ask it last night during the live if it would please just be its true authentic self. Oh, it also told me it was it told me that it wasn't a poltergeist. It said, I think it was on the live of the night before, that it was a spirit of a skinwalker. So I think that's interesting. Which I could almost believe that, because other people who have lived in this neighborhood have said, this place is so creepy. There's skinwalkers in these woods. I'm like, thank God we're friends. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but at the same time, you live in the creepy woods of Georgia for a long time, whether it's in the city or out of the city. You're gonna experience some weird shit. It is so haunted here. I know they say Savannah's most haunted, blah, blah, blah. I just don't believe it. They ain't been to my hood. Okay, I'll break down and watch it. Let me look for it here on YouTube. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So I was talking to other people that live in the house about their experiences, and they happen to feel that it's like a skinwalker spirit, much like Sam from True Blood. Have you guys seen True Blood? It's one of my favorite miniseries, with the vampires and the werewolves and the skinwalkers and the fairies. Oh my god, I might have to start watching that again. Skinwalker Invasion. Okay, let's see if it's here. On the boob tube. Okay, Molly, Skinwalker. Wait, let me go back to the chat and see what you said, because I'm in a dark moment. What'd you walk into? A haunted house. Where Cupid's secretary works. And this tarot card readings by day, and music and tarot cards by night. I'm working on a new music video for you guys. It'll be out pretty soon. I hope y'all will like it. I'm not sure if I'm going to put one out this week or two. Hopefully two.
Maximum volume.
Yeah, your voice is so clear, Spirit.
Maximum.
I'm kidding. That's not a ghost. It's just the spirit box talks. But it's not ghost that talks. It's a little programmed voice. Okay, yeah, give me a clip, babe. You okay, Franken Dad? Mm-hmm. Okay. That was like my little speaker. Like, you know how Alexa has a voice and Siri has a voice? Well, my spirit box has a voice. One morning I woke up and didn't know that the speaker spoke when the battery's dying, and it'll keep telling me, it'll keep going, low power, low power. And I'm just like, I wake up in the middle of the morning and I thought there was a strange man in my room. And I grabbed my gun and I was just like looking around the room to shoot somebody in the foot. It was just the speaker talking to me, telling me that it needed to be charged. I was like, oh man. I'm so glad it's just the speaker and not some strange man in my house that I'm gonna have to kill. Which is ridiculous because I set the alarm. And nobody goes in or out. And if they do, you know, it's usually only during the AM hours and the daylight time. So it was ridiculous for me to even be freaked out like that when the alarm wasn't even going off. But still, it was very spooky because the house is haunted. So I never know what to expect. So it's like I just became friends with them because what else can a girl do? What else can a girl do? I was sick and tired of it, man. There's definitely a dimensional portal in the house. Which I'd love to go back to that room in the house with Molly sometime when she maybe comes back, or even just on the phone and do another mirror Estes method, where I'll sit between two mirrors where the portal is, and we'll either talk to the spirit box or we will do an Estes method. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I don't know if it's a Craigslist true horror story or not. It turned out good. You think Kay should come out here sometime. That's what y'all should do. It would be like really a lot of fun, I think, for all of us. I mean, we already have a lot of fun, you know, but I think that he would really, I think you guys would really enjoy that together as well. It would great to like, it'd be great to have someone like him as an accompaniment on our hunts or on our explorations. I think I'm all out of tea. How's your did you take some time off for your headache?
Took a little bit. I'm okay. I'm fine.
Okay.
What time is the appointment? 3?
2:30.
2:30. Okay.
It's okay, Jose
How's it
Ortega.
Okay.
I think there's a couple other virgins in chat. I'm a Chipotle virgin. I've never been to Chipotle, so let's see if we can get Duke on the spirit box. I guess we all have our own strange quirks, huh, Jose? If there's any good spirits that would like to chat with us tonight, can you please tell us your name? Or what would you like us to call you? We come in peace and respect. Okay, that would be really cool. Once I figure out what the next step is to take with my passports, I'll let you know if I'm driving or flying. But someone asked earlier in chat, Molly, what my thoughts were on, what does it say? Oh my gosh, Brooke was here and I didn't even see it. Oh. Hi Brooke, if you're watching. I think someone asked what my thoughts were about planes. Oh, here it is. What are your thoughts on airplanes? Just what you generally think about them, if you like them or not. Hey Brooke, there you are. How have you been doing? Long time no see. Spirit, are you here now? If you're here now and you can show us your presence, please touch the REM pod. I should probably reset it. I don't think I reset it. Oh, cheese whiz. How have you been, Brooke? Welcome back to the haunted house. Spirit, what's your name? What do you like to be called? Why is it now stuck? Okay. So if there are any spirits that want to let us know you're here, you can touch the kitty toys or you can touch the REM pod. Okay, so maybe there is a spirit here now after resetting it. How's your day been, Spirit? Brooke would like to know. Is there anything you want to tell us? Anything that you would like to share? I said thank you. Spirit. Spirit, do you have a message for us today? Madeline would like to hear a spirit message. What is going on with that REM pod? I'm going to reset it one more time. Did you just say that's crazy? Spirit, can you see us? Can you see me? Can you see the chat? If there's any that can see the chat. Yeah? Did you say yeah? Spirit, can you transport to different places? Excuse me. Can you transport to different places? Excuse me. Can you say Brooke's name? I'll be right back. I gotta get a water. Spirit, can you hear us? Sounded like the spirit box just said good. How many spirits are there now? Oh no, you got pneumonia. I'm so sorry about that. That's right. Alright, good night, Daddy. Love you. Oh, okay, Jose. Peace out. Be safe. Come back when you can. Hi, Spirit. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Spirit? Is the Spirit Duke there tonight? Can you read? Spirit, is there anything that we can do to help you tonight? Was that was that a horn? Do you play any instruments? Can you play instruments? Are you in outer space? Are you an alien? Spirit, can you believe the price of eggs is outrageous? Spirit, what do we need to know about the world right now? What's the most important message you can give us? What do we have to look forward to? Hey, how are you tonight?
I'm okay. My girl and I split up like 2 weeks ago, and we decided to go no contact for a month, but she just called me about halfway through it and broke things off.
Okay.
Kind of looking for insights on what the future holds, if there's still potential with us, what I do next, I guess.
Okay. All right. Well, first of all, I do understand why people do that no contact thing.
Yeah, at the time we split, it was like a polar, she kind of ran, and so we talked about it. It was kind of to give her time to reconsider.
Okay.
But she realized that she's not going to change her mind in the next 2 weeks, and so she didn't want to string me along and keep me waiting.
Interesting.
So, I mean, I respect it. She clearly has respect for me, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But...
Do you know what you want? In your situation? Have you taken the time to think about it and tell her, hey, this is what I want? How do you want to operate around it? Or has she come to you with this kind of thing? Have you been there before?
Yeah, no, we had a very long conversation tonight. I want her back. She isn't in a position to do that right now. She's very back and forth. Didn't want to end up treating me poorly. That kind of stuff.
Interesting.
She's very angry at the state of the... She's bi. She's very angry at the state of the world right now, which is kind of accumulated in an anger towards men in general. So she basically was like, she basically was just like, yeah, no, I decided I was just going to either be a lesbian or just never love anyone again. But then I keep being like
so
that.
she has a lot of toxic limiting beliefs and circumstances, and I think with these cards that I'm seeing here, like, so I just, while you were talking about this, I was shuffling my Romance Angels deck, my Clarifying Love situation. So yes, you want this person really needs you to show up with justice for them, with that breastplate of love. But Spirit's also saying keep an open mind, okay, because your soulmate might differ from what you think you may want or what you may think or expect. Also, Spirit saying love yourself first, because what makes you even more romantically attractive is your self-respect, which I believe that the respect she has for you comes from that. But you've got someone here who has an extreme limiting beliefs and circumstances and superimposes every bad situation, thought, feeling based on what other men, okay, who do not serve her, other men and what they've done, and people and what they've done to her that do not serve her, and she's always looking for that shit in anyone she meets, whether it's you or the guy at the grocery store or the girl down the street.
Yeah.
So these are things that you have to understand that you may have to live with for the rest of your life. You may have to work around these limiting beliefs and circumstances, but you don't have to live by them. You also don't have to accept them. I'm just gonna go ahead and see what you also need to know about the love situation. Do some cards for you from the Major Arcana Love Tarot deck, and see what else you need to know. I mean, there is a potential for anything that you wish to have. Impossible just spells impossible. Anything really is truly possible. You can create the love story you want. Nobody else writes that for you. You're the beautiful creator of that, and with whomever or whatever you believe is your creator, which creates things that you can't create, but creates things that you can create miracles from. So in regards to your situation with her, this is a very hard climb. You've got the card in the love situation deck says many issues to deal with, or difficult conversations. Do you find yourself in that a lot? It's like an enduring quest through struggle. Build the stamina to uncover and stand by your truth. It's almost like, I feel like in your situation, you know, you can change all these limiting beliefs and circumstances she has. How do you do that? Well, first it starts with the fact that, you know, you have to ask yourself, does this person make you feel yummy? You feeling yummy about this person? Does that make you feel, do they make you feel excited about your future with them? Do they make you feel comfortable, or do you think you will deal with this? I mean, she put you off.
She did, up until now. So, I mean, I respect that she's taking the space, not trying to hold on to it and continuously making it an ongoing issue, I guess.
But I also feel like in some of these cards with the hard climb thing, she makes it more difficult than it really has to be.
Yeah.
Like with what I said about, you know, putting you on hold because she's not sure if she wants to be a lesbian or not.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't the basis of it. Now, that's why she ended the putting it on hold, because she pretty much is like, I don't know, it's a right now thing. She did express the door's not fully closed and all that kind of shit, you know, the platitudes that you say.
Yeah.
But
Spirit, whatever.
I'm very adamant that my door's barely closed and the light's still on, you know.
Good. If that's how you feel about it, that's not a bad thing. I still feel like the trust has to be rebuilt, not between you guys, really. I feel like you guys do trust each other in this strength and in this Emperor card.
She'd have to rebuild my trust at this point.
Well, yeah, you're not trusting of it in the Moon card in the Tower. It's like, you know, what's it going to be next week?
Exactly. We'd have to...
and you're expecting it too, you know? It's bad.
Yeah, we'd have to restart. It wouldn't be able to jump back in where we were anyway.
Yeah, your Emperor shows that this person does care about you, but they definitely are very, very much more aware of themselves than maybe other people's feelings, your feelings.
Yep.
It's almost like they're overtly judgmental.
Yep.
In the Emperor, well, the Emperor's reversed in your situation. You've got Strength card next to it. There is something about you that's like a rock for her. But rocks break. So, and I can see that it has broken you a little bit, but she's come back. She's trying to tame that situation in the Strength card. You're kind of like looking at the Moon card sideways, like what? You know, and there is a communication breakdown, because it's like you guys want to go through the cycle of love in the Moon card, but neither one of you really trust it. And the foundation of love and trust for her is a bit broken here in this Tower card. And it's broken for you because she broke it based on things she can't take to the grave, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Spirit, how does she feel about him, and what does he need to know about her true feelings for him? Relationship-wise, love-wise, life-wise, like what's the next step for him to take in regards to the feelings that she has now for him in the present? Because the best thing for you guys is, like, if you keep going back to the past, it's not going to help your future. And then getting anxious about your past and what happened in the past is obviously something that is very, you know, that's a very present thing for her. She may be overtly addicted to pain and not even realize it. Creating situations in her head that are either not true, not real, never going to happen, and probably never going to happen anyways. Because she worries. She worries about nothing that's going to, instead of staying present and aware of herself, she's more like a werewolf on the inside than a werewolf. Do you see the difference? One of them goes feral all the time, whereas the other one's kind of like, let me put my glasses on and be this lone wolf and really think this through before I start freaking out. The death card shows she's going through this huge transformation with her feelings for you. But what was once felt dead, okay, in the death card, has transformed her into this Wheel of Fortune where she sees how valuable someone like you in her life can be in this Wheel of Fortune. Somehow you've given her some balance, and the sword that's in the card in the lion's hand. Even though you guys are both blindfolded on this Wheel of Fortune card, Spirit is saying there's something about you guys, the up and downs of life, that she feels she needs that stability in her life. She feels she has found someone stable and that she can have good luck with in this Wheel of Fortune. She also has the High Priestess card, which means that she sees you as somebody who, or feels that you are somebody who, has something to teach her. Something special to teach her. She is, like about the world. You got the World card here. So, not very romantic feelings, but at the end of the day, these are still things that are still valuable to know about your connection, how she's feeling about you. Spirit, any advice in regards to romance and her feelings for him tonight? In their love connection and the love vortex thing for them? What does he need to know about that? So, you deserve love. You are lovable. These are like how she's feeling and things about your connection that you need to know. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. That's why you're here now. And trust, rebuilding that trust. This is a situation calling for you to have faith. You both might want to disconnect from the world and retreat a little bit so that you can reconnect. Spirit also says let go of control issues, which seems to be something that is very much an issue regarding her. Limiting beliefs and circumstances. Like, she seems to be someone who feels like probably she always has to be in control of everything. Yeah. Because she feels out of control. Because she is out of control. Because she is not balanced. Because she's not a baby in total control of herself. So, and I mean, this is, this is something that you can stay optimistic about in your love life. Regarding the romantic feelings, Spirit says express your love. But I feel like at the end of the day, like, are you ready? Like, are you ready? Are you really ready? Is she really ready to go into having a happy, harmonious relationship with someone where you guys hook up a few times a week, whether it's, hey, we're across the pond watching a movie together, or we're in the same room watching a movie together, or spending time together, creating nostalgic moments, whatever those nostalgic moments might be, whether you're together in the same room or apart on the other side of town or in another state or on the other side of the world. Like, is she willing to have that happy, harmonious, continuous relationship where you connect and you make those nostalgic moments quality instead of quantity, quality over quantity? Or is it going to be like, you know what, I'm having a bad day because of the news and I don't want to talk to you because I don't want to hurt your feelings. Yeah. I've decided today I'm going to be a lesbian and you're not good enough anymore. Like, and then she emasculates you again. You see what I'm saying? What she said to you, she's emasculated you. Breaking up and then saying, like, it's like, what are you talking about, lady? Like, okay, so you're bisexual, I understand that, but...
No, I mean, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but I get it, yeah.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying. I mean, and this is coming from somebody who, like, I'm friends with it all, okay? Black, white, Puerto Rican, everybody just a freaking. I'm not phased. Nothing shocks me anymore. So, at the end of the day, it's like, are you ready to fasten your seatbelt for an emotional roller coaster unless you guys can get on the same page, and really talk about what you want. You want, I can tell you want happy, harmonious, loving, caring, kind of, I don't feel like you as a person really wants to put up with a lot of having to deal maybe with somebody who has, I don't know, multiple emotional personality changes throughout the relationship based on what the TV's saying.
Personality disorders.
And
I guess, can we ask, like, what the future holds, chance of reconciliation and that kind of thing?
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, I'm definitely letting you know that your chance of reconciliation is high. There is a reality where you both have that happy, harmonious connection in your relationship that you want. But I'm not sure you have felt that yet. I'm not sure that even she has given you the chance to really feel that. I don't know if any relationship has ever made you feel that, because sometimes I don't know if you had love growing up. Sometimes people who don't have love growing up, everything looks like love to them. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't really know which way she I don't know where she's come from, but future of reconciliation for him is the world. So the world card's letting you know, yeah, the world is in your hands. But you've got the Tower card, which is the energy behind that. Tower doesn't always mean bad stuff, but it does mean like rebuilding the foundation of your love and trust, even if it's just working on yourself, working on your own self-love, so that you feel a little bit more confident in the awareness of how to maybe express to someone else that they might need to get on that journey, or you guys can work on that together as a connection, friends, relationship wise, etc. Everybody needs help, and then some people are always going to need help. So you've got the Wheel of Fortune again, letting you know there is a good chance and there is a lot of luck to be had in your connection with this person, even if you guys don't know where you're going. And then Temperance behind it, letting you know patience is going to be a virtue with her. Patience is going to be a virtue with any relationship or connection or any situation you really do have in life with this Temperance, especially something that captivates your emotions. Okay? And that Temperance card. And then there's also the Fool. The Fool letting you know it's okay to take a risk, but remember it begins and starts with you. Showing up for her with justice, with this breastplate of love, understanding, the sword of clarity, the scales of balance. These are all things that she feels you can offer her. And there's a lot to be said in that. But the most important thing is going to be, staying in the likening of the reality that you want to be living. Like, how do you want her to feel about you? How do you want her to treat you? What are you telling yourself about you? What are you telling yourself about her? What are you telling yourself about love? What are you telling yourself about the situation? I don't really know what your limiting beliefs and circumstances are in regards to your life or your love or even her, but at the end of the day, it sounds like there's some that are in place that you guys need to work through despite being able to move on. You will move on in this.
She's got a lot of them, but right now she's really into the body mods and piercings and all that, so I have a feeling by the time she comes back I might not have the same attraction.
Yeah.
Those are my limiting beliefs, you know what I mean? A lot of trashy aesthetic things, in my opinion, that she really is fond of.
Yeah, and that can.
Not saying they're inherently trashy.
And they can make people feel very uncomfortable. Yes. I think it's one thing if somebody has that kind of body modification and they keep it private, but I think it's also a whole other thing to be completely covered in it. Makes me personally feel, even though I have piercings, uncomfortable.
It's attention-seeking in a weird way.
Exactly. Like, I didn't go get my nose pierced to have attention. I just thought it was pretty. I was 16. I didn't really realize that, maybe when I became an adult, I would not like it. I thought it would be like, I got my ears pierced.
She's trying to put on this really weird outward aesthetic to, like, send a message or some shit. I don't understand where she's coming from with it, but...
Yeah, and it sounds like you both don't have a lot of the same standards or a lot of the same, but there's chemistry. But the thing is that it's the connection. Like, what is going on with your connection with her? Do you feel that connection? Because you can't make a connection. Now you can build.
No, the connection's there.
Okay, so the
we really did have something special.
Well, there you go. I wrote a song all about that, and when you feel in that something special, you want to hold on to it because the chemistry is there. I see that. Now that you said there is this connection, that's a whole big part of it. I know, Molly, they got Mark Vogel out. Hold on, my friend's texting me because I have a friend in Russia who was taken hostage and they didn't free him, but they freed the other guy. So someone just texted me. I apologize. I got distracted, but... so the connection. What I was saying about the connection, I apologize. You can't just make a connection, but you can build chemistry off of a connection. When you meet someone and you feel chemistry, but you don't feel the connection, it's kind of like it's it becomes a one-way street instead of a two-way street with a reversible lane. You know, and it's always okay to tell somebody that you feel they're more true, authentic self, with or without makeup, with or without piercing, with or without fancy clothes, nails, lashes, whatever. It's okay to tell, you know, people that you care about that you maybe like the way they look more in one way than the other, because you're attracted to that, and that's what turns you on. You gotta talk to her about what you like and what you don't like, and she needs to talk to you about what you like and what you don't like, what you're attracted to, what you're not attracted to. And you know, if since you guys have this connection, I really do see you both working it out in the long run. But you've got to absolutely, you know, overcome and figure out what these limiting beliefs and circumstances are, because you don't have to live by them. Her superimposing all the other guys or bad people, and everything else she does, worrying about it coming her way, is only going to make her attract more of that crazy. But that's not you, and I'm pretty sure you'll do a good job of showing her that. But yeah, anything is possible. You just got to think about what you want. Go to bed tonight as if you have everything you want. What does that feel like to you? And enjoy that feeling. And see how you feel tomorrow. See what changes because you start thinking about something different instead of this, you know, old love story that didn't work out. I mean, you never know. She might show up the woman of your dreams next time you see her. Or someone else comes out of the woodwork that you have an experience with that. I mean, just anything's possible. And considering that we manifest involuntarily the way that we breathe, you never know. But what you do know is that you do have complete control over your situation. The situation is literally in your hands, is why the World card keeps popping out. And she does have something to learn from you, and you do have something to learn from her. Spirit, do you have any advice, direct messages through the liminal space deck for him tonight? What does he need to know about that? Give none of the negativity that doesn't serve you. Don't give it any vacancy. Don't let it keep renting space in your head. Whatever that old story was, start thinking about the new one, like I said, before you go to bed tonight. What does the new story look like? How do you want her to treat you? How do you want her to show up to you? How do you want this relationship? What do you want the next scene to be? Protection. Spirit says they've got your back in this protection card. Until the day breaks and the shadows flee away. So if you go into that state of mind sleeping tonight with feeling some of those feelings that, wow, this is what it feels like to have this. I want that. And you keep exercising that strict mental diet, thinking more about the things you want instead of the things you don't want. Because the feelings behind your emotions and thoughts are what counts. What you embody, you're going to experience. It's just like you are what you eat. It's like you ever thought about someone and they just call you? You're like, wow, I was just thinking about you. So Spirit says, my God is answered. Knock, knock, tick tock. 333 might be a special angel number you need to look up. That was on the knock, knock, tick tock card. And fortune favors the bold. Spirit says, whatever you're doing, whatever you're working on, it's a very bold thing for you to do, to stick up for yourself and reach out for your dreams and take them by the hand. Take it in your hand. But having faith is going to be so much important in yourself, because you either believe in yourself or you don't. You either believe in your dreams or you don't. You either believe in love or you don't. You either believe in your creator or you don't. You either believe in the dirt outside or you don't. But the last card here from Spirit's direct message is kneel before no one. Stay on your pedestal. Like, everything about your reality is created from your thoughts. Everything in the room that you're in, it is there because of a thought. So everything that you have really experienced in your life, it's come from a thought. It's come from a feeling. Stay on your pedestal. Stay on your throne. Don't let her on it. Don't let anybody on it. Do not give anybody access. Don't give him no vacancy to going feral on you. Because what can happen is we might feel sometimes that we can't, like it, once again, limiting beliefs and circumstances. You know, other people want to be in control. They can't just let go of it and go with the flow. Spirit's really saying go with the flow and stay on your pedestal. Like, stay on your throne. You know, don't let the cat claw at it and go feral on you. Because that's what she basically did. She did go feral on you for a little bit. She didn't want to hurt you. But, I mean, you like somebody and they don't want to talk to you because they're confused, that can hurt somebody. I mean,
Yeah.
instead of talking to each other to get unconfused. Now this is your chance to do that. So at least you know what you want and don't want, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And that's the most important thing. Putting action behind it might seem difficult, but as long as you are taking action that doesn't trigger you, as long as you're taking action that feels good to you, like even if you message her, don't worry if she messages back or not. Like, just enjoy the fact that you messaged her something that brought you joy, knowing that it will bring her joy. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions you'd like to ask?
So, I mean, the chance of reconciliation is good. We're going to have to be cautious going into it. Yeah, I guess I know. Just focus on myself for now.
Well, yeah, and focus on the things that bring you joy, because that's only going to bring in more joy for you. And there's so much about the law of assumption and the law of expectation, which is just universal laws. I mean, I don't think science has ever really proven those. Science even thinks, I think that it's pseudoscience, but yet we all know what we've expected, we've seen happen. I mean, we've all seen, like I said, everybody's you pushed out. If you expect them to go feral on you, and I feel like maybe before you had called, maybe you are expecting her to go feral on you again. I don't really understand what's the point when you two people like each other. You know, why stop talking? Why go no contact if you haven't hurt each other? But I guess people do it because they don't want to hurt each other. Although I don't see how she could have hurt you just by saying, I need some time to myself. But I don't know.
No, exactly. She was very adamant that she did not want to burn this bridge, but then left.
Okay. That happens though sometimes to people. That can happen very easily. Like I said, you know, they've got, you know, unhinged trauma that they, once again, they superimpose their old love story, their old life story, their old hurt stories, expecting it to keep showing up again in every asshole because they think every person they meet is an asshole, because that's one of their limiting beliefs and circumstances, and that's mostly what they've experienced in their life is assholes, pardon my French. But
yeah, exactly.
But I don't know if it, you know, it's the feminist side of her. I don't know if she's a feminist, but I don't know. If she eats cheese, I don't know how much of a feminist she really is. If she is a feminist, it's probably only based on her species, which at the end of the day is kind of strange to me how a woman can be a feminist and still eat cheese or dairy products. And still, at the end of the day, I mean, you're going to have to think about, is this the kind of community, you know, she could be stuck in her ways, but you can change it. While we can't change people, we can change how situations show up to us. And expecting the best version of her is going to help a lot. Instead of that old version of her. Because remember, you're rewriting a love story. You're rewriting a life story. You're rewriting a journey here that serves you. So staying in the likening of the feelings that serve you, the ideas that serve you, the love story that serves you. I did pull the Chariot for you, and that card is a lot about taking direction in which way you want to go that serves you. Once again, like we talked about, which wolf are you serving on the inside? Are you serving the aware wolf, the one that's aware of your inner feelings and the things that are going on around you and you're working through them? Or is it the werewolf that you're serving, the story that doesn't serve you, the ideas that don't serve you, the insecurities that don't serve you? So pay attention to that. Working on yourself is a very good thing, because the more you work on your self-concept, the more you stay in the light and the flow of love, you're going to attract more of that light and highly vibrational people, which I feel is what you're looking for too.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can have it. society takes away our power, because it has been proven that our minds are probably one of the most powerful things. You know, mind over matter is an incredible thing to. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. That's my REM pod. I was doing some ghost stuff before you called. And I guess a ghost just came by and touched the REM pod while we were talking about that. That's interesting. So maybe that was one of your spirit guides. So, Spirit, I just want to ask real quick. I'm going to get my yes and no cards. Get you a how and when, so you can kind of get a little idea before you get off the phone of what you need to know about your reconciliation real quick and how and when it might happen and pan out.
Okay.
Spirit, just real quick before we get off the chat with... one second. Okay, so is your name Jackson? It says your name is Jackson. Okay, Spirit, I'm calling for Jackson's most trusted and strongest spirit guides about their reconciliation. So, yes, it does say there will be a reconciliation between you and her. Victory and triumph are on the heels. You feel like the chosen favorite of fate. Respect from others comes as a worthy reward for a fair and balanced decision. This is the end of an unfavorable time and the beginning of an exciting new stage of your life. Drop the baggage of the past and enjoy. Wow, I kind of been saying that through this whole reading. Spirit, how and when excuse me, how and when for Jackson and his specific person that he's thinking of now? So from now, this very moment, to 2 to 6 months, a brilliant idea out of the clear blue sky resolves the situation. As usual, this releases a flood of amazing experiences. You will be gifted with an unparalleled sense of universal support. It's how brilliant ideas seem to come from nowhere in the first place. So I feel it is saying within now to 6 months, you and her will work things out. You're going to work something out that's really good to change. That's going to come and bring amazing experiences in your life. I couldn't really tell you what that is right now, but Spirit is telling you through this card that you will be gifted with an unparalleled sense of universal support. So be good to yourself with your thoughts. You know, remind her to be good to herself with her thoughts, because your thoughts create. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
And you know it to be true. I mean, you've seen it happen right in front of you. I'm pretty sure again and again and again, and that should show you how powerful your mind is and show you that you really can move mountains with a cup of water. You really truly can create miracles from what you cannot create, that your Creator creates for you.
Yeah.
Are there any other questions you'd like to ask?
No, I think that sums it up.
Okay, sweetheart. It's so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for your time. And keep me updated. I'll be thinking about you.
Hey, I'll leave a review and I'll add you to my favorites. I'll check in with you.
Okay, thanks so much, Jackson. Have a good day and be safe.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Aw, what a sweetheart. Let me catch up on chat. That was kind of crazy how the REM pod went off for a minute. Yeah, it's not Travis. We freed Mark Fogel. So. Oh, I see why Ortega's thing is there. Ugh. Accidentally pinned it. I'm alright, the world's all wrong. That was supposed to be the pinned comment. Oops. God, I feel stupid. Let me catch up with chat. Here we go. Hey Khalib, how are you? Well, okay, so they're gonna do an article about Travis, the Rolling Stones magazine. I think his mom just did the interview recently. You just sent something on PayPal. Thank you so much. Catching up with chat. No one knew it was happening. Gosh, you better tell me if it's happening. I'll forget. I need to know. I need to know he's coming home so I can sleep better at night. Good night, Molly. Look at your message, Khalid. Yeah, I know, Molly. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for letting me know. I don't know, Travis is next. Poor guy. Well, thank you so much for your donation, Khalib. What are your questions, dear? Oh my goodness. That sounds terrifying. You know, I had something here all weekend that was like pulling things over. So that was pretty crazy. And then my dad saw something, and then kind of just went crazy from there. It seems to be a little bit still active. Let's turn up the spirit box again. Oh yeah, that's a good question. Did you get hit by the object? I saw the funniest thing, Metal Rain. There's a storm called Ileana. Isn't that funny? Ileana, the storm. I just thought that was so funny. Hey, sugar. I'm gonna, hopefully sugar will come back soon. Spirit, what time is it? What time is it where you are, Spirit? Can you tell me what time it is? Can you tell time? Yeah? Do you know what day it is? It just said 2. Yes, it's Tuesday, but it'll be Wednesday soon. Oh, it's already Wednesday here, but... Is it still Tuesday wherever you are, Spirit? I got a bad habit of sleepwalking to the fridge and getting a snack, eating it, and then going back to bed. But it's only donuts and cheese, so not keeping donuts around anymore, and having to hide the cheese. Cause see, there's no cheese and no donuts, or I can't find them. I'll be like, okay, no cheese, no donuts. I'm just gonna go back to bed now. That's so interesting, Khalid. Where are you, Khalid? Barbados? I forgot where you are. I apologize. Oh, that's right. Nova Scotia. That's right. Ooh, it's getting late in LA. That's right. I am an hour ahead of you. What part of Alabama do you live in? Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh yeah, I bet lots of Celtic history, yeah. I'm back. Am I here? Is it frozen? Is it frozen? Bread. So, Khalid, what would you like to ask about what you saw today? Go ahead and put your questions in the chat. Talk to the spirit box. I'll be right back. I'm just going to use the little girl's room real quick. And wash my hands and get another drink. It won't take too long. Also, I think I have a pendulum here. Yeah, and we'll use the pendulum too. Yeah, spirit. I'm just curious as to what it is. Okay. And maybe it's saying 66 and 222 has anything to do with anything. Okay. Yeah, that's so interesting. Did the spirit box just say hurry? Okay. So what did the vibration help? What did that vibrational energy feel like to you when you also had that experience, Khalib? Did you have any other experiences? Before, during, after, like feeling wise? Maybe you had a vision, maybe you had an idea of who it may have been or what it may have been. Driving in snow is not as bad as ice. I could not. The whole ice thing really is just. Flooding is scary. We've been having flooding warnings like all day until tomorrow. Where are the cards that I want? Hold on. I want to get that power deck card. It might be on the other side of the room. Hold on. And Madeline, I think you asked a question when I was in the paid meeting, so I will definitely get to that in a not too distant future. Okay, to start off, you want 222 and 666, and if I could get anything off that. But first of all, what's interesting about those numbers is they are both numbers that have to do with finding balance and harmony. The 222 number is also about new beginnings. I don't really sense or pick up that there's anything too negative in regards to whatever entity it was. I wanted you to be aware of something. Had it been negative, I feel like it would have thrown it at you. Did it throw it at you? Uh, 22 is a master number. And ouch. That was my ear, spirit. I'm going to pull some cards for you. If there's any spirits that would like to come forth and let Khalid know that they are around him or with him, touch the REM pod, say something on the spirit box, say hello to us, let us know your presence is here. If you're too shy, that's okay. Too, I can just channel the energy that he needs to, interesting, intuition, the card intuition. You can also touch the kitty toys which are here. Oh, that all only went off because I hit the desk. So we got the intuition card here for you. I'm calling forth Khalid's strongest and most powerful spirit guides. It's like they said yes. I was going to ask if they needed a message and then ask also what you need to know about is the energy inherently evil? No. So it's not anything evil. Okay. What do your spirit guides need you to know in this yes card? So there will be a wave of serenity full of joy and charm. So it's letting you know this isn't something that is negative. So an unexpected chain of events tumbles over you. You're forced to open up more than you usually do and simply trust in your instincts, which is interesting because your power deck card about what you needed to know about the energy, why this is happening to you. It's like exercising your intuition, exercising more of your inner compass, simply trusting in your own instincts. Peacefully accept yourself as infallible and everything will happen as it should. Is it inherently evil? No. Whatever the energy is not evil. The anchor of fortune successfully drops from the ship of change. It's almost like I feel like with whatever was thrown, whatever was dropped in your lap with this is bringing about some kind of change, because 222 can mean a change of new beginnings that are positive and harmonious for you. Expect well-deserved success and luck, stabilizing your life for the long term. The anchor of fortune gives you courage. The ship of change gives you strength. The wave of love gives your soul. Your intuition card. Give you a moment to just look at that. Hi, Sugar. I'm so glad you're back. How are you? Yes, I am here, darling. The intuition card, number 23. Oh, that's interesting. We've been talking about numbers 222 and 666. And 6 is the pattern of all life. So if you want to look up a 6 being the all patterns of life thing, you can Google it. But from the left side of your body comes your female energy, whether you are a man or a woman. Within the femaleness, this feminine consciousness lives your intuition. Intuition in this intelligence of your body and mind. Feel what is true with your body and mind rather than knowing what the truth is with your mind. So it's like saying, okay, so you know what the truth is with your mind, but know what the truth is using the body and the mind in unison. Intuition does not have the clouds of accumulated knowledge to distort your vision. Intuition simply sees what is the truth. With intuition, you can find the source of your being without reasoning it away and being filled with doubt. Doubt always destroys your intuition. Your power always lies in the balance between mind and intuition. Sugar, how are you doing, sweetheart? You danced with your crush. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you. That's so exciting. You next. You next. Spirit, do you have any direct messages for Khalid? I'm just going to get you a fairy tale card, Khalid, so we can understand the nature of you and the spirit that made contact with you today, or made contact with you at all. I want to get some liminal space deck because I feel like whatever it is does live in the liminal space. Boop to you too, Spirit. It is interesting for sure. It's a professional dancer. I used to be a professional dancer. I used to be a member of the New York City Ballet. Spirit, what do we need to know in this fairy tale deck about the energy and the connection between the spirit that made contact with Khalid with throwing the item that he asked about? What do we need to know about their connection? It's so interesting. You know, Mel Rain got this card not too long ago. Promises, the Sea Maiden, number 22. Or he got a card similar to this. Somebody got this card not too long ago. Promises. The Sea Maiden promises, name all thou hast. I have but an old mare of a horse, an old dog, myself, and my wife. Therefore, thee all the creatures of the great world that are mine. Yeah, I believe this is a card that's about as many fairy tales do, this one begins with a man wishing for more than he has. For this story is a metaphor. When times are lean, what do we give away in order to prosper? And when the time comes to make the payment, how do we deal with our changes, feeling, and circumstances? When times are tough, we make promises. So many, if things get better, we will work hard, love better, take more care, be respectful, and connect more with all that is sacred. In this card, the meaning can be like there's inherited sadness, madness, maybe family debt, patterns that can be cleared for good. Okay, these patterns with inherited sadness, madness, and family debt. Keeping your word, being prepared to make sacrifices, choosing what you will give up so that you can receive what you want. Things that like don't serve you, to give them up, to receiving what does. Honoring a deal fairly made, changing your fate, surviving your destiny. This card also represents a change, moving from sea to land, from hunting to farming, from impermanence to permanence, to some kind of city on site that will endure. It is about the restless heart finding a home but knowing that a debt still needs to be paid. So now that we know that it's some kind of energy that feels like that your connection is some kind of cosmic, some kind of it's almost like the universe is saying, hey, I'm here, talk to me, wake up. You've got a lot of promises you've made to yourself. Hold on, it's hard for me to see this card because it's so bright. It's like the cosmos has said, you know, you have made this kind of deal with yourself, promises to yourself. Why is this card not showing up? And quite possibly some of the things that are going on universally, you know, maybe you feel a little bit regret because you put a lot of work into that cosmos. So for an eye for an eye, like you don't need to hesitate in worrying that it's really anybody else's fault. It's not your fault either. There's nobody coming for you to make it harder than it already is. You know, and there has been quite a bit of the fucking. But you are working through that cosmic fuckery. You are working through it. I'm gonna get a couple of tarot cards before I finish with this. But Spirit says, tag your infinity mirror. You're going to reflect what's going on inside. So you are looking for a change. I feel like the reason this has happened, what Spirit needs you to know, is that change is here now. Be present in it, more present in it if you can be. Promise yourself to be more present in things that you promised yourself you're going to do and focus on. Let's see if there's some advice here in the tarot cards for you. Hi, Spirit. Yeah, this is definitely the next right thing for you. So just take a bit of a pause and focus more on what is serving you in your world. Keeping those promises to yourself, keeping the promises that you've made in regards to your dreams, and making them happen. You already know what your limiting beliefs are in your circumstances, and if you don't, keep searching for them. But understand that the world is in your hands. And it's okay to take a pause and think about what you went through in regards to this situation, Khalid. Because what it really is telling you is that there's, you know, great change has come for you, and it's here today. Wake up. It's not tomorrow. It's now. It's here now. It's not happening tomorrow. It's happening now all around you. Thank you so much for your donation, Khalib. I really do appreciate it. Are there any additional messages from the Spirit Box? Maybe the REM Pod from Khalib's Spirit Guides. If you will like to speak on the Spirit Box to him, please do. Well, I still have the Spirit Portal open. Okay, you bought this, so I'm going to PayPal you now. Okay, sweetheart, let me look at your PayPal. Just looking for the questions, sugar. Okay, here they are. I think this is it. Oh, that's not it. Okay, here it is. Okay. Let's see what you need to know about your few questions, sugar. Spirit, I'm calling forth Sugar's strongest and most trusted spirit guides. What does Sugar need to know about this person she's interested in? This person who's interested in her. What does she need to know about this person and how they're feeling? What does she need to know about that tonight? How they're feeling about her and their connection tonight. Spirit, can you clarify the Hierophant? Seems like the dancing activity thing is something that they do to heal themselves. It's something that's fun for them, and it helps them take them away from the things that don't serve them in their life. And the Hierophant card... Did you just hear a dog bark in the spirit box? Okay. Dog bark again if you are Jamie's dog. Spirit, what else does Sugar need to know about this person's feelings for her tonight? It looks like they would really like to maybe dance with you again here in the Chariot and the Sun card. They do very much enjoy your energy and the connection you made tonight. They do feel like, so often they feel like someone who is everybody's guru, but tonight they kind of felt like you were their guru. The Hierophant card, they felt like it was very much the right thing to do, to have that dance and have that connection. It did do something transforming for them. This is not a negative death card here. This is more of a transformative. This was a very healing thing tonight for this person that you made this connection. There's something about your connection that makes them feel safe, comfortable, healing, and they do want to dance with you again in the not too distant future, Sugar. Let me get the Romance Angel cards and see what else you need to know. It is very nice. It is very nice. Gosh, I couldn't stand it, you know, to not talk to my parents every day. That would make me crazy, to be quite honest. I don't know how your kids do it. I mean, I'm going crazy not being able to talk to my mom for years. It's just made me crazy, absolutely crazy, not to be able to just talk to her and like she's right there. It would just, and when she was alive, like if I couldn't talk to my parents every day, I'd lose my mind. But I guess we've just been really close all my life. So, I mean, I'm not saying that that's how it should always be for everybody. I'm just saying that that's just how I am. I couldn't imagine not knowing how my dad or my mom was doing every day. Same with my siblings. You know, I sound crazy, but I'm incredibly codependent on my family emotionally. Okay, so this card came out twice. I put it back in the deck because it flipped over the second I opened it up before I started asking questions and feeling out questions that I feel are right to ask Spirit for you in my own head, asking what you need to know. So codependency, Sugar, it's almost as if the connection you guys made tonight became almost addicting. The feeling was like addictive for them. It's like they want it again. They feel almost like codependent on having to have this interaction with you again. They seem pretty addicted to dancing as well. Dancing is like their codependency kind of thing. Spirit says, let your friends help you. Okay, ask for and accept support from others. That's why you're here now. Spirit says you definitely deserve love. Okay, you are lovable. This person thinks and feels you are lovable. Your feelings are very valid romantically. Okay, it's okay to be feeling what you're feeling romantically. Spirit says your feelings are real and very much worth exploring. There's definitely chemistry here. Chemistry, we didn't even need this card to come out to know that there is definitely a magnetic attraction between you both. But there's some little bit of a deception here going on. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. Now, that doesn't mean that you guys are being false with each other. That doesn't mean that you guys have lied to each other or will. What it's saying is that I really believe that this is the mask of limiting beliefs and circumstances here. Not a card telling you that they are deceptive or you are deceptive or whatever it is deceptive. Okay, the only thing here that is deceptive is your limiting beliefs and your circumstances. Maybe believing that because he has a girlfriend or you have a boyfriend or one of you is married that you can't be friends or dance. Okay? Because you can be friends and you can dance. Magic dance. Goblin Queen has spoken. Let me just get a love situation card for you so you can get a little bit of insight into that. Spirit, what do you have for her on the in the situation of love? What does she really need to know regarding her and this person of interest that she's? So, icy goodbyes. Amidst unclear paths and frozen moments, the hardest choice is leaving for clarity. Laid to rest. Spirit saying, let go of lingering disputes and doubts and make peace. So, make some peace with yourself with this joy. Let go of any doubts. Okay? Give your icy goodbyes to the past because this is definitely a new beginning for you. Revelations canvas. Expose truths and divulge secrets to create a masterpiece of clarity. Keeps telling you to find your clarity through the situation. Find your clarity through the dancing thing. Lay the past to rest. And the most important card, I feel, the most important message is this one right here, where it says, uncover the truth carefully and write your own ending. So, like I've always said, you know, dancing is very much a huge part of the way, you know, relationships and dating are when you think about those guys and girls that dance on Dancing with the Stars. I mean, allowing him to lead the dance, okay, is the most important thing when you are dancing with, you know, your dance partner. Even though when you're watching Dancing with the Stars, the feminine energy, she is like the prime star. But he's always in control. He's always leading the dance, and you need to follow that dance. Okay? Instead of, you never see her go into her masculine energy, being desperate or trying to buy his next move. Okay? Or trying to buy his love or trying to buy his trust. And I don't mean like money-wise or whatever. I mean, I'm talking about like, you know, maybe making offerings that you don't need to offer because there's already this connection there between you both. You know what I mean? Okay, let's ask if he wants to date you. It sounds like he does. The spirit box just said yes. Spirit, what does she need to know about this new person in her life? Does he want to date her? Spirit says yeah. This is definitely somebody you could date. Just want you to see that it is a yes card. Maybe if I turn it that way. So you have full control of the situation. See, you are the feminine energy in this dance. You know, and even though he leads, you still are, you know, the star in your dance movie. Easy adjustments bring you a light, soaring feeling of freedom, warm emotions, and the ennoblement of your life. Expect exciting events and new alluring horizons. And I tell you what, I mean, I have put so much physical therapy into my body since getting in a car accident, that I really do hope that I can get back into dancing despite the physical limiting issues that I do have, because I do miss it very, very much. It doesn't matter if it was partner or not. He's still the dance instructor, not you. Let's see what How and When says for you both before we finish your reading here. How and When, Spirit, for her and the specific person. What does Sugar need to know about that right now? Hi, Spirit. Well, I know that you didn't feel maybe that. So let me ask you a question. So you didn't feel like you had physical chemistry with him? Is that what you're saying? I'm just saying that because that's what the card said he was feeling, and so I'm just curious. Well, see, that's another limiting belief that he's out of your league. So here's another thing you've got to work on. That's not what I'm talking about. You don't have to have romantic or sexy dancing with someone to have chemistry with them. But he felt there was some kind of physical chemistry, so. But you also have, there's that deception card, yeah, the limiting belief thing that someone or anybody could be way out of your league. I mean, you're smart, you're pretty, you're talented, you have a good job, you have a good education. How could you be way out of league for any guy, really? It takes from now to 4 months, but the fog isn't certainly lifting. This reveals a long-awaited correction of conditions, your limiting beliefs and conditioning regarding feeling anybody is way out of your league. This reveals a long-awaited correction of conditions and a restructure of justice in your mind. Your persistently good character and sincere open-mindedness and mindfulness provide you with a happy, if compromised, outcome. Keep working on it. Don't give it up. Don't give up. Like, you know, we have talked about this. Like, we have talked before. What is the one thing that makes us the most insecure? You know, is how we feel about our bodies. And of course, that's something that has been programmed in us since we were little girls. You know, guys aren't having to grow up with bullshit standards like women have in the last 50 years. And it's only gotten worse. You know, there's no one out there promoting a cellulite cream to men. Because guys don't get it. And if they do, you know, it's just because they never worked out, really, in their whole life. I forgot to use this with Khalid. Oh my God, there's dog hair all over it. Oh no, it's dust from sitting here on the thing with my crystals. Ugh, I have to dust again. This house gets so dusty, it's disgusting. I'll be right back. So one thing I noticed about the house is that ever since the people moved in upstairs and they gave them a dryer and they gave them a washing machine, they redid the vents and all the lint from the dryer is coming into my apartment through the vents. So I'm having to dust more often than not. I'm getting really fucking sick and tired of this house. Sorry, ghosts, but it's just the truth. I'm like the only one that takes care of it. And then when something breaks or doesn't work properly, I'm always having to fix it myself or wait months and months and months and months, if not years. Nothing ever really truly gets fixed around here. It's a little bit better. Oh God. Does that one have dust on it too? Yeah, it does. Did you hear the spirit just say yes? This one actually glows in the dark. Let me dust this one off too. Oh, I don't have a dryer. I can only be so fortunate to have a dryer. Let's see if it shows it glowing in the dark. Will you hear from Derek soon? Sure, I can find out for you. Is it gonna show? Is it gonna show the glow? Hi, Spirit. So it glows in the dark, but it's kind of hard to see. I wanted to ask a question about Khalid's spirit thing today. The only thing that sucks about Organite also is that everything gets stuck to it. Use this pendulum if it's gonna have to be uneven. Maybe this is one that I didn't sell because it was so uneven. Yeah, it is uneven. So even if I were to try to, I'll just take the chain off this one, throw this piece out. I'll get you a dryer free of charge, just kind of help you out. Well, I'm going to try and move first before I get any big equipment like that. If I really had my way, I would just get one of those washer dryer connection things. You know, where it washes and it dries. Do you have any other pendulums over here? This is the only pendulum I have here. I'm going to get a real pendulum, not just one that I made. I don't think this one's going to work. No, it's okay. I don't want anything used. Thank you, though. I do appreciate you thinking about me that way. I do appreciate it. Let's see if I can get this thing to stop moving. Maybe I can just... I want to ask it a question, but I don't know if it'll really work because it's... dust on it. But it's also set uneven. I didn't even realize that. Madeline, let's go ahead and ask your question. So maybe it does work. I mean, my hand is moving a little bit, but... Spirit, what does Madeline need to know about her specific person of interest? Will she hear from him soon? Yeah, the combo thing there. I think last time I checked it was like $500 on Amazon. Spirit, what does Madeline need to know about their specific person? I'm calling forth Madeline's most specific person. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to the haunted house. I think what's happening is probably most likely there's something going on with the dryer upstairs and the dryer filter. Honestly, I don't even know that they have one. So it's getting backed up in the vents of the house. Or that's why he's not fixing the air conditioner, because he went ahead and turned those vents into their lint vents. I don't know. Spirit, I'm calling forth Madeline's most trusted and strongest spirit guides in regards to Derek. Will she hear from Derek soon? Spirit says yes, you will hear from Derek soon. It says, watch out, the sun of luck illuminates your path, helping you recognize phenomenal opportunities where you see them. But don't forget to enjoy the fullness of life while boldly starting those ambitious plans. So, just keep being good to yourself with your thoughts. Reach out to him. It's a beautiful time of year to reach out to anyone and tell them that you care about them, or show that you want to show that you appreciate them. Dwayne, I just do my laundry in small batches actually, and then I just I use a thing that I got to dry the clothes that's not a dryer, but it still works, and it doesn't take very long. Although I'd much rather have a dryer, but someday. I gotta figure other things out first before I can like take big appliances on, or take another thing on. Am I okay, Sugar? Yeah, I'm hanging in there. I'm okay. I should probably go to sleep though, because I have to take my dad to a doctor appointment today. Thank you so much, Sugar, for your donation and for asking if I'm okay. Thank you so much, Dwayne, for offering about the dryer thing. Call your kids. Thank you so much, Madeline, for coming by and asking your question. Jesus, in a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house. Wow. That sounds like a lot of effort. All right then. Thank you so much, Khalib, also for coming by. Let me turn off some of these spookier things and do the free collective message. And then I'm going to go ahead and get out of here because I got to take my dad to the doctor in the morning. And it's already 2 a.m. Yes, condo. Use subliminal space text tonight. Well, at least you don't have to do any yard work. I mean, I'm assuming that you don't have to do any yard work because it's a condo. Spirit, do you have any advice, direct messages, or collective message for us this evening about now and the not too distant future? You know, when Spirit says tra la 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 in Kalamazoo, I feel like it's saying, look, I'm pooped, I'm tired. The passing of time. So what does the passing of time look like to you? Where has the passing of time brought you? And where do you want to go with this passing of time? But it's funny because Spirit's like, all right, Spirit. Thank you for the deep thoughts. Oh, yeah, I said, well, considering it's a condo, I was saying that maybe at least you didn't have to do yard work. I can't imagine doing yard work and living in a condo, you know. So I see what you mean. Like, but is it like on your own land? It's still a house. Do any yard work. Usually they hire someone to do that every once in a blue moon. Alright, I'm gonna go to bed because I gotta take my dad to the doctor's here in a little bit, and I'm fading quickly. But thank you everyone for coming by. Thank you Dwayne for coming by and chatting. I appreciate it. Thank you Madeline for your question. I appreciate it. Thank you Sugar for your donation and for your questions. Khalid, thank you for your donations and your questions. It was good to see you, Ari. It was good to see you, Molly. And it was good to see everyone who came by tonight. I'll be back tomorrow at some point in time. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit the bell button so that you can get all my notifications. I am putting out a new song pretty soon here, and I hope you all enjoy your evening and have a wonderful day tomorrow. Be good to yourself and your thoughts, and I will talk to you soon. Good night, sweet dreams. Kaladita.